Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today's video is special because we're going to take an interest in wild beast fighting. Be aware that these animals may fight for many reasons: to protect their territories, their offspring, their partners, or sometimes just to warn against bad behavior. But if all these reasons seem logical to us, it also sometimes happens that animals attack species that are not necessarily a threat to their lives. Either way, you're going to see some exciting scenes. So, this is what happens when animals clash. Fighting between lions and buffaloes is common in the savannas of Africa. Although the buffalo is a delicacy for the lion, it is never easy for the lion to win. And when these two adult animals confront each other, we can't never predict the winner. The lion is certainly formidable, and its bite is deadly, but the buffalo is a true force of nature, with its 700 kilograms and horns capable of tearing the skin of a rhinoceros. When a lion attacks an antelope or a zebra, it bites them on the neck. But when it hunts an imposing prey like a buffalo, this technique is not very effective. So, this is what happens when lions deal with a troop of buffaloes. In this confrontation, young lions want to devour a buffalo, but the game is far from won. With each assault, the protective mother comes to intimidate the assailants. And a few moments later, a whole compact army of buffaloes comes to discourage the lions, who have no choice but to retreat. This impala could not escape its sad fate, as this unfortunate bovid found itself trapped between two deadly threats. One terrestrial, the other aquatic. On one side, nearly a dozen wild dogs, and on the other a crocodile in a lake, discreetly ogling its lunch. And wild dogs are intelligent, tenacious beasts that don't buckle. The impala knows that its only chance of survival is to run to the lake and swim as far as possible. But, if this escape has made the crocodile happy, it has not demoralized the pack of wild dogs. So, while the crocodile was trying to immobilize its prey from behind, a reckless wild dog wanted to join the game. He ran towards the poor herbivore, stuck its fangs in his neck, and managed to pull it out of the crocodile's mouth, with the help of its fellow dogs. When you know the incredible pressure a crocodile's jaw exerts, you'll be really surprised to see it drop its big chunk so quickly. This baby elephant must be proud of his family. In a semi-arid plain, a lion spots a baby elephant he would like to feed. But the elephant doesn't want to be taken advantage of. The predator, too adventurous, tries to get close to the little one. That's all it takes to trigger the elephant's maternal aggression and charge the cat. He knows he's no match for the elephant. He retreats, but he doesn't give up. But this intimidation cannot succeed for long, because the lion is not alone. The elephant's only resource is calling for help. To do so, it emits a distress signal in the form of low and continuous sounds. As the lions surround the two isolated animals, the life-saving phenomenon occurs. A herd of elephants runs up, and immediately the lions disperse and move away. The pachyderms are far too numerous, and they don't even need to be ferocious. This is further proof that in the animal kingdom, there is strength in numbers. In the Kruger National Park in South Africa, a witness attended to a very special confrontation. It was a fierce melee between hyenas, who were quietly feeding on an almost already gaunt carcass, and wild dogs, who wanted to take it over. What strikes you first is the cacophony that emanates from this fight. You know that hyenas have that famous jerky yelp. Wild dogs, for their part, have a kind of high-pitched moaning as a cry. Intertwine these two kinds of melodies, you get a dreadful din. In this confrontation, the dogs are in greater numbers, even if they do not have the advantage of being the first served. As courtesy is not their first scruples, they do not hesitate to pull the carcass towards them, in defiance of the hyenas. But with their characteristic fury, the hyenas manage to chase away the invading gluttons after a chaotic fight. Here are images so rare, so impressive that they come from another age. This is a prestigious duel between two majestic and powerful predators. A royal fight between a lion and a tiger. We do not know the place of this fight, which takes place in a wide ditch, but we can rightly assume that it is in India. Who do you think will triumph? In any case, the two beasts were well pitted against each other. You should know that the tiger is generally the same size as the lion, but it has more muscles and more aggressiveness. In the images you see, the confrontation does not necessarily take the expected course. The lion and the tiger throw themselves into a bloody and furious melee, and neither one seems to take advantage of the other. After this first round, both animals want to escape from the arena but are unable to climb the sandy slope. Wrestling resumes, but it required so much energy that both opponents are exhausted. As a result, the lion suffers multiple injuries and the tiger is slumped, lying on the ground, vulnerable in appearance. But no, when the lion comes back, the tiger, whose weakness was feigned, retaliates immediately, and so the lion leaves the fight. Who do you think is the winner? We bet on the tiger. When a jaguar and a crocodile go head-to-head, it's always spectacular. Here, the jaguar performs a perfect assault worthy of its super predator status. The attack is precise, fast, efficient, deadly. The jaguar walks slowly and quietly to the end of a headland overlooking a lake where the unfortunate crocodile swims. It only took a few moments for the offensive to be executed. The jaguar waited for the crocodile to approach, threw itself into the water, stuck its fangs into the reptile's skull, and carried it out of the water. Really, it was a piece of cake. But that's not so surprising because the jaguar is a formidable hunter, capable of feeding on the larger animals. It kills its prey very quickly, which it will look for in any environment such as lakes, trees, or land. The jaws of this beast are the most powerful of all felines, compared to its size. What makes its strength is the width of its head, which includes large muscles, and also the smallness of its jaw, which gives its bite a more concentrated force, which is equivalent to 7 times its weight. To explain it to you with a picture, if the leopard's bite acts like scissors, the jaguar's bite affects comparable to that of shears. And when he bites his prey, it's usually in the brain. Territorial conflicts sometimes lead to funny and improbable fights. Here's an example: a kangaroo versus a goat. It's an original face-to-face. You know the kangaroo is sort of cut out for fighting. He has the looks of a pugilist and a musculature that strongly resembles that of a bodybuilder when he stands up. Yes, the kangaroo is very strong. Its paws can kill a dingo. In these images, we are not talking about the famous kangaroo Roger, the most muscular kangaroo in Australia, who left this world at the age of 12 in 2019. Nevertheless, the kangaroo facing the goat does look strong. Although the goat is not what is commonly known as a ferocious beast, it seems determined to annoy the great marsupial. The kangaroo stands up to impress the bovid and strikes him several times. The two animals move away and watch each other, and the goat waits for the opportunity to charge again. But the most astonishing thing will follow. Thus, the kangaroo, which seemed determined, leaves the fight and runs off into the plain, pursued by the goat. We feel a little guilty laughing at these images, which depict 2 dogs and a bull. The circumstances of this strange and comical fight are unknown, and we are astonished to see the 2 doggies stubbornly annoying the bull. But we can assume that they are guard dogs, having had a dispute with him that could not be settled amicably. Anyway, the bull seems to be having more fun. As dogs are the most endearing animals par excellence and are honored with the title of man's best friend, bulls have a general sympathy for them, because of bullfights. In this confrontation, the 2 dogs cannot be said to be tactical and intelligent. Despite their determination, they do not take their opponent by the horns. On the contrary, they place themselves where they shouldn't, either within reach of the horns or in front of the bull's hind legs. Result: very high. They are then thrown in the air. Afterward, they get up as if they wanted more. No, really, it seems that dogs get a taste for these antics. But the predictable thing happened. After yet another blow of the horn, a dog stayed down, badly injured. In fact, the bull just wanted to be left alone. Let's go to India, to Tabota National Park. It is summer, and the temperature is very high. There are not many water points, and the most diverse animals gather around these oases to cool down. But sometimes these motley gatherings can lead to conflict situations. This is a lipu bear and a tiger. The fight started when the bear and its offspring got closer than they needed to get to the tiger. The tiger saw this as an offense and immediately attacked the black-coated beast. In India, the tiger and leopard are natural predators of the lipu bear. The lipu bear likes to feed on termites and honey and is currently threatened by poaching and deforestation. The confrontation that interests us lasted 15 minutes. The lipu bear managed to protect his cub but suffered several injuries. He inflicted some too. In Africa now, here is a group of lionesses quietly eating a buffalo, under the eyes of a horde of helpless and resigned buffaloes. Quietly. Not at all. A cohort of spotted hyenas disturbs the tasting of Africa's largest predators. The hyenas are much more numerous, and want to seize the spoils of flesh. To guarantee their luck, they utter a cry intended to bring reinforcements and increase the troop. 3 lionesses against a score of hyenas. That's a fight. The groups throw themselves against each other, under the gaze of the cute little cubs who have to finish their plate. The numerical inequality of the fight is too great, and the felines quickly find themselves out of breath and weakened. But that's without counting on the heroic arrival of the big dark-haired alpha male. Hardly arrived, all the hyenas are already calmed down, and consequently, they retreat. And the lion, with his 250 kilos, quietly comes to nibble his meal of the day. That's the end of that video. Hope you enjoyed it. If among these confrontations, there is one that surprised you, do not hesitate to tell us about it in commentary. And see you soon for new videos.